Alright guys, what's going on? We're back again with yet another video, and today we got the same similar pair of shoes as the one we had the other day, or at least in concept. The shoe itself is very different, but the concept of this shoe is similar, and Nike and SB have made the conscious decision to try and branch out of their typical shoes. They are obviously majoring in dunks, and then the Jordan 4 has been a hot commodity with the SB lineup lately. And my guess is because of the success of the Jordan 4, Nike SB have decided to branch out to other silhouettes, and these right here are no exception. These are the Air Max 95 SBs in the lavender colorway. The colorway is not actually called lavender though, it is called Cactus Flower. So cactus seems to be a word that Nike really likes to use. And here we have another cactus, but these cactuses are not affiliated with Travis Scott because he doesn't like the pink and white and gray color scheme. He always goes for the brown stuff. So here we have them. Let's jump into all the major details of them. They retail for $180, which is honestly a lot of money. Nikes have been retailing for more and more lately. Yesterday I saw the Shattered Backboards drop for $185, and continuing to boost the price of Nikes in a time where they're already not doing too well compared to how they usually do. Like, they're not selling out. Shattered Backboard 3 years ago would have sold out in a half of 1 second, but now they don't even sell out. So, you know, it's neither here nor there, but the retail is $180. Resale is not too high. There's a couple of dollars to be made, but nothing too crazy. Right here, we got the Air Max 95 Nike SB box. First time ever. I don't think there's any other Nike SB Air Max 95s. Similar to the last video we did where we had the Air Trainer 1 SBs. They were also the first in their class. And there's the wrapping paper that is in the box for the shoe. Jumping right into the shoe. So these are not the remastered big bubble version of the Nike Air Max. They are just a regular size bubble. So on the back we got that air bubble in kind of like a lavender pink color popping through the midsole, which is otherwise done in white. Then we got a gradient of colors right here on the side. It looks like a sail, and then a gray, and then a darker gray, and then the black part. The mesh right here is done in white with black underlays, and the tongue itself is done in black. So there's a lot going on with this shoe color wise. A lot of pinks, a lot of blacks, a lot of grays, a lot of whites. Interesting color scheme for sure. I think that is definitely going to draw people towards this shoe. You can see the air bubble popping through in 3 different places. 1 on the back, 2 in the front right here in typical Air Max 95 fashion. And then we got Air Max right here on the tongue tab to make everyone positive that this is an Air Max. On the heel, we also got some visibility with the air bubble right there, as well as Nike SB Air to signify that these are different than other Air Max 95s, being that they are an SB. Inside the shoe we got a pink insole that does say Nike SB Air Max. Let me get you guys a bit of a better angle of that. There you go, Nike SB Air Max right there on the insole. You also got this swoosh on the lateral side of both shoes right there, Nike swoosh. I always like when they include a Nike swoosh on the actual side of the shoe. I think that it looks really good, and it's, you know, the Nike swoosh is iconic. It's not like other brands where it's a bother to have that be on the shoe. These are actually really cool looking with that big Nike swoosh. And then a lack of Nike branding can be seen on the medial side of the shoe. You don't really have many accessories coming with the shoe itself. Like, they don't come with extra laces. They don't come with any hang tags either. So it's pretty bare bones. What you see is what you get. And, that's fine. It would be cool to have an extra pair of laces, maybe in that magenta pink, maybe in black, maybe in gray. Whatever Nike really wants. But unfortunately, we did not get the opportunity to see some extra laces with this shoe. On the front right here, we have the only part of the shoe that is done in suede, a white mudguard. And speaking on the materials of the shoe, this part right here feels like a felt material, this gradient pattern. Then the mesh is mesh, and then this is suede right here. So really no leather on the shoe, besides maybe this black part. You could probably pass that as leather. Material quality goes, it's actually not bad. I mean, it's nothing crazy good either, but it's definitely soft enough to where it's not gonna break your foot when you put it in it. The midsole is still pretty hard, but the outsole, speaking of, is done in an all gum bottom, and it does have this portion right here, which is a little different than normal Air Max 95s, because it is very soft compared to most Air Max 95s. It actually has some give to it, which definitely adds to the comfort of the shoe. Unfortunately, I won't be able to try the shoe on my foot because it's not my size. I can't fit into a 9. Even if I jam my foot in, I wouldn't fit it. But I've heard that it is more comfortable than a regular Air Max 95, albeit not that much. I'm getting that info from Sean Go, who is usually pretty reliable. And sizing wise, he does say true to size is fine. I would personally probably go up a half size in most not SBs, most Air Maxes rather. But, interestingly enough, the SB version of it runs bigger than the non-SB, which is opposite of Dunks. Dunks I could squeeze a 10, but with the SBs I have to wear a 10.5. So obviously that's the difference. These run a little bit roomier in the toe. The toe doesn't look very narrow either, so it kind of makes sense. But overall, I would say it's a nice shoe. Would I wear it? No. Am I pickier now than ever before? Absolutely. I mean, I have so many shoes that I just barely even wear. I could never be able to justify paying $180 for this shoe and not even wearing it. So it's just not my thing. I'm also not really an Air Max 95 guy. There are some popular ones though, like the neon ones are one of the biggest pairs of 95s in the sneaker world. And these are cool, don't get me wrong, they're a cool color. I just, first of all, don't think they're all that wearable with the pink. But they would pop in the summer and springtime for sure. And they're a cool shoe. So no hate to anyone who wants to rock them. If you do want them, pick them out, man. That's pretty much all the info you would need, I would say, to be able to make your decision. Let me know what you guys decide in the comments down below. And if you guys are liking this consistent uploading schedule, leave a like on the video. I never asked for likes, but I figured, why not? I've made 4 videos in the last 2 days, soon to be a 5th. I have a 5th shoe right here. And on top of that, there's also, I might be getting a personal pair in about a week. I met Seth Fowler. That's the hint I'll give you. If you look at Seth Fowler's page, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there is something coming that I might be picking up. I might be seeing Fowler yet again at one of his pop-ups. So, with all that being said, thanks so much for watching. As always, take care and I'll see you all soon. Peace.